Look at it. Look at it. Whenever it is. Look at that boy. Look where we're at, boys. We made it.
I don't think that I can get over all of my problems. I've been thinking, who the fuck am I to disagree? I heard I'm pretty dope, so I guess I gotta oblige inside. I've been plotting on the way that we could elevate. I massacre the track of your skin, I never hesitate. I put a lot of time into the craft to make it resonate. I regulate with repetition, I could be the greatest. But ever me illogical, the other have elated. Practice all the patience that I got in my attendant mind. I minimize the ignorance, so in a minute I make it relatable. Evade the negativity at all costs. Trying to find my way, I'm feeling so lost. Find me in the zone, I gotta focus. But that can be an issue, I'm addicted to the work. It's all I ever wanna do, pursue the purpose that I'm pleading for.
What is up, everyone? This is Fox Origins, and we are here at Warner Brothers. I'm laying on the ground, aren't I? Rare beast in natural habitat. You look like one. Hey, guess what I got? I got my tour tickets. I got my big old D, and then I got my ticket to actually go on the tour. Let's go.
Coming over to our right, we have our parking lot H. I know, exciting stuff.
Yeah.
I know. Ooh. Now, this actually at one point was a helicopter
Look at the
pad.
bikes.
It was where Frank Sinatra's personal helicopter pad was back in the day. So he would fly into work, did not want to deal with that LA traffic. Can't say I blame him. We'll drive past my helicopter pad later. It's on the other side.
You have a helicopter?
I know. No, my jokes don't get any funnier from here, folks. Learn to laugh now. I call them dad jokes. They're knee slapper jokes. They're the best. Now, this is a perfect time. Take a photo of that famous water tower. Take a selfie. I will not judge.
Let's take a selfie.
Take a boomerang.
Okay,
that's
guys,
fine too.
Or Snapchat.
Or Snapchat. Put a filter on it. You know, it's all great. Now, how today is going to work is we're going to kind of divide it into two parts. We're going to see our front lots, back lots, picture car vault, archives, soundstage, and if you are just here to see the Central Perk set, you're gonna see it. I promise. I know. I promise you. You just have to listen and talk first.
I signed up, guys.
Oh, when I first saw it, I cried.
I was telling you that.
I did like a couple times more.
Look at the buildings.
But speaking of Friends, how much of Friends do you think was actually filmed in New York? Any guesses?
Half of it.
0% of it, actually.
Maybe like one episode.
And yeah, it was 0%. The only time they left was when they went to Vegas and also overseas in Europe. Now, we all did film here. I actually have people say, but when I went to New York, I went on a Friends tour. No, you didn't. Sorry to tell you, it was all done here in the front and back lots. Now, the first backlot we're heading into, this is known as Hennessy Street. It originally was created for black and white gangster films. That's what this lot was known for. So this lot right here is actually built in the 1920s. Now, we redesigned this whole area in the 80s by a man named Dale Hennessy. We do have a little plaque over to our right on the sidewalk there that says his name. It's because he redesigned this whole area for a movie called Annie.
Oh, I love that movie.
This is actually the Annie Orphanage right here.
Oh, let's take a picture, guys.
Look at that.
For us.
It's a
Someone was singing.
Was it the original one?
The original Carol Burnett, yes. This was the Carol Burnett one. We also did film the Disney one here, though, with Kathy Bates as well. We also do have this gray building. Now, this was from Jim Carrey's film, The Mask. These were the apartments he lives at when he puts on the mask for the first time. It says, look, Ma, I'm roadkill. Peels his face off the sidewalk here. Now, not only do we do movies and TV here, we also do music videos and commercials. LMFAO had their Party Rock show here. Do you remember that? We also had Michael Jackson dance down here for the Next Generation Pepsi commercial.
Someone crashed.
Yeah, I know. It was my card. They never removed it. Sorry, guys. I'm just kidding. It's for our Halloween tours. We have a little thing called Horror Made here that we do. So it's where they have like an It House and The Conjuring, Annabelle 2 and stuff like that. Now, we're going to get out. Is everyone okay to get out and check a little video real quick?
Yeah. Are we going to die?
As we get off here, watch your head, wash your... Love it. Now, we also use this whole area for another movie, one of my favorite movies from the 80s, Gremlins. This over here, you can see some of like props and sets we have set up. That is for Horror Made here. That is actually the bookshop where he finds Gizmo for the first time.
My 5-year-old just watched that movie the other night.
I know, I just love it. It's scary at first. When I first watched it, I was like, this is scary. I don't like it. Now we do have our, what we call our Cinema Alley. Now again, this is known for black and white gangster films. Has anybody ever heard the term, don't miss your mark? Dialogue replacement. He is going to go back in post-production and re-record those lines again so you can hear them clearly. Now we also use this whole area for one of our best pictures, Argo, with Ben Affleck. Anybody seen that film yet? No? Now we have had 10 best pictures here in the lot during filming. Now the reason why we were called the Burbank Studios in that film was because we were actually called that in the 70s and 80s. Now the reason why we were called the Burbank Studios back in the day was because we had to told you my jokes don't get any funnier. Hi. No, usually these trees are very bare. That's because we don't know the season.
Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty. Oh, I love Rick and Morty. It could be like a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, right? Oh, sorry, he's taking a left. Now this is actually room 214 in Pretty Little Liars for my PLL fans. Now the thing about this building is we cannot use it for interior shots because they're just production offices. So we're just going to use the exterior shots, and once we walk through those doors, we're going to yell cut and move on to our front lot and the sounds.
The girl is like this, right?
Beverly?
Yeah.
No, yeah, this is where actually Pennywise lives. That's where his little well is below in the basement.
Oh wow.
But this is going to be used for Horror Made here that we're doing. But you can see the side of the house here.
Oh, yes.
Why do you have all these birth control pills?
Oh yeah, I love it. It's such a good film. Now over to pretty cool, right? Now we were actually the only studio here in Hollywood to have a jungle type backlot, but it's all cool because they all come here to film. We make that money. We're not complaining.
Rich people.
Now over here, it is very, we use it for, I know it's weird because they're just trees, right? Now over to our left was actually once where the Walton's house was, but there's somebody who liked to burn down homes and he burned down the Walton's house. We do have this little contraption here. Now this is called a bush wagon. It is wagon with bushes on it. Very creative in naming things. Now as we go through the jungle, you're going to see a ton of holes. That is going to be used to kind of hide any parking lots or blank spaces. Game of Thrones is technically ours.
Woo! Let's go!
I love Game of Thrones. Any Jurassic Park fans by any chance?
Winter is coming.
Yes, winter is coming. It's so far away. I feel like though. 2019. I can't wait that long. Now this was used in Jurassic Park. Again, that is Universal, but they filmed here. Now there was a scene where they were being in a buggy yelling, "Must go faster, must go faster," chased by a T-Rex.
Yeah.
It was actually done here. Now that scene lasted for almost 2 minutes. Our jungle is very short, so we had to kind of become creative with it. We had the car start here. They yelled action. They drove to the end. They yelled cut. They turned the car around. They had them drive this way. They yelled cut. They turned the car around. Now they did it about 10 different times for filming that scene, and they edit together in post-production. Also to our left, this is where Rory gets hit by a deer in Gilmore Girls. She does not hit a deer. She gets hit by a deer, runs into her car. That is a true story, my friends.
Where's my boy Chris Pratt?
Now we also do have our lagoon here over to our right. It doesn't have any water. That's because we don't want any critters living in there. But whenever it does have water, it holds about 250,000 gallons. It is 4 feet from the center up. So we did, let's see, we most recently used it for Skull Island about King Kong. I'm not lying to you folks. I promise these are real terms that we're talking about today. Now this was used for a couple things. It was a police station Supergirl for the first season. It was a sister hospital in ER. Dr. Ross goes to not internship, that was Rory. Dr. Ross goes to a interview, and then Rory at Gilmore Girls has a newspaper internship here as well. It was also from a show called The Middle. It was an airport terminal. There's actually about 8 miles of clothing racks there. We have clothing from any time period. We also have any kind of occupation, so any police uniforms or nurses' uniforms. We also have things like prom dresses and tuxedos. Burns was notorious for going about 10 to sometimes 12 hours. They blame Matthew Perry because he was such a jokester. He wrote that production time. But it makes for good bloopers, so it's okay. So for one 22-minute episode, they'd either divide it into 2 parts. They would have one audience see the first half, second see the second half, or they would just feed the audience with pizza. So it's up to you what you want to do.
How do you get tickets?
For Conan's going to be on teamcoco.com.
What's TV?
TVtickets.com, yes. They are free. They're a lot of fun to go to. They usually give out candy anyway.
Remember that, guys. TV tickets.
Remember TV tickets. It's also kind of a fun fact about the sitcoms. Now, sitcoms actually go back to I Love Lucy. She was the first one to introduce it. Now, that's Universal Studios. I get this question pretty much every day I work here. Is Harry Potter a Warner Brothers or is it a Universal film?
Is he?
It's a Warner Brothers film, I promise you. But what it is, we license the rights to Universal for the movies, not the books, because they have theme parks, and we don't have rights here. Unless you consider this a ride. That's okay. We're gonna get on to my personal favorite stop of the tour. We do have a Batman golf cart here. It's a new film night.
What?
I'm just joking, but don't steal my idea. I might go somewhere with it, who knows. But watch your head, watch your step, folks.
Hey, bro. Am I being a videographer?
Where's Hogwarts?
Where's Hogwarts? It's
Hogwarts.
there.
I wish we had theme songs.
Whoa. Alright.
Here's one little gag.
Yellow.
What's the giraffes? Oh my god, look at these skateboards. There's so many instruments. Go to White House. Oh my god, it's so fluffy.
Wait.
They call me Barack Obama.
White House?
Yeah, welcome to the White House. Please take off your shoes.
Oh. Does it really? Yeah. That's creepy. Oh, it's a jukebox. With my boy Lil Yachty. Fox Origins entering the Batcave. What's going on? Oh my god, it's a Batcave. Look at this, a Batcave. Oh my god. Dude, look at these Batmobiles. Look at this. Look at that. Dude. Is this the Jokers? Oh, it is the Jokers. Dang. Look at all the bat weapons. You got the handcuffs, you got the saw, batarang,
Oh my god.
laser gun.
He was a real
kill
geeky
someone with that.
motherfucker.
You can kill someone with these things.
Look at all these bat weapons. You got the bat hammer there. What the hell is that? Is this a bomb? Oh, it's a bomb. Come on, Batman fan.
No, it's the one with Bane. The last.
What is
Dark
this?
Knight Returns? No. That was the nuke that's supposed to destroy all of Gotham, but then Batman just like hit him.
And what's this? Oh, what's it?
This is the prototype for the Dark Knight trilogy, and then this is his final.
That's dope. Look at this. Look at this. Ooh, is it really dusty?
You know, this is actually on my job description. I was like, can I put this on my resume? That I dust Batmobiles?
Look at the Bat Pod.
Nobody sticks together. No one believes traditions. People leave and quit, and now I never see persistence. I see the good, the bad, and people who don't see the difference. I do not wish to be like you, so we should keep some distance. Cause see, for instance, love should be just instant. Even infants comprehend it. Tell me why you preach against it. Oh, you too egotistic to even seek assistance. Well, if you can't be consistent, you might as well cease existence. I was raised by a queen, but she worked like a slave, and yeah, she taught me to me.
Batman, what's the secret of life?
The secret of life is taking the secret.
Now, the water tower we're about to go near was actually not the original location. Whenever it was Laramie Street, we filmed Blazing Saddles back here. We also had some scenes from Little House on the Prairie. They had the School for the Blind out this way. But all these little homes you see now, these homes are actually production offices where they work with scripts and casting for our TV shows here. But they are 90% soundproof, so we can actually be filming outside where people are working inside. They also have created back exits, so if you need to leave during filming, you're more than welcome to. Over to the left, we have another one of the Little Liars' house. This is Hannah's house from the show. It was also from the Muppets movie, Jason Segel, Amy Adams. They actually go trick-or-treating up and down the street as well, which is perfect because, of course, Halloween's coming up here shortly. That is the Young Sheldon production office as well. Umbrella. Now that is called Termite Terrace. It's referenced a lot in the Animaniacs. Remember that show?
Yeah.
Yes. Now this is actually where they did the original animations for the Looney Tunes. So Bugs Bunny was created right over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. my Team Coco, we do have Konako offices. I love the hair. Now his stage is actually stage 15, but this is where his office, his like writers casting go. To our left, we have my personal favorite place around the lot, payroll.
Let's go.
But
Woo!
I'm biased. To our right, we also do have what the top of our building looks like. We are very green friendly, so it is all solar powered. Now we actually used to be the largest solar project here in Burbank until they recently built an IKEA. So thanks IKEA for that. We're now the second largest project, but that's okay. Down these stairs, we have what's called a ViewTech printer. It's our design studio. Now, the ViewTech printer is the third largest printer in the world. Prints on those backdrops you see. It also prints at 16 by 16 feet. It's very large. We do, on top of that as well, have our staff shop where we make all of our fiberglass materials, so that fake brick and that vinyl material, so the floor as well. And to our right, we do have our metal shop. Now, these two lantern things you see were actually at one point hanging off the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ooh.
Now, they always make jokes that all the studios are not close. We're all rivals, so that's not true. Now, Disneyland, of course.
Hello everyone, this is Fox Origins here, and I know that I haven't been actually, posting any commentary during this video. I'm truly sorry. I thought I was going to get more commentary, but I ended up getting lost into the moment of actually